Mexico. And we're here in Mexico because, well, we're actually here in Mexico because the travel agent screwed up. He sent us via Cancun. You got a cheaper deal on the plane. Well, it doesn't really matter why we're here. We're here in Mexico because it's here in Mexico that the Rutles never played. They were supposed to come here, but they decided that San Francisco would be their final gig. San Francisco would be the end of the road. That broke my toe. In 1964, the Rutles came here to Carnegie Hall at the height of Rutlemania. But they wouldn't let them in. Still a nice place. But the endless touring was exhausting them. With girls chasing them all the time, in 1966, the Rutles took the inevitable decision. No more shagging. Touring. Things, meanwhile, were getting rapidly out of control. Dirk and Nasty flew here to New York to announce the formation of Rutle Corps. Well, not here, over here, in fact, in New York, just right over... Fuck. The Rutles had finally made it to the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. We flew all the way to New York, to the offices of Rolling Stone magazine, to interview Jan Wenner, the editor of Rolling Stone magazine, about the Rutles and about their influence on rock and roll music history and about anything else he could tell us about the Rutles. Jan, so what was it about the Rutles that made them so successful?
Was it the women? Or was it the trousers? Maybe it was their hairstyles, or perhaps their sense of humor. Maybe it was the Cold War, or maybe it was the weather. Perhaps it was the Kennedys.
What are you doing?
Or maybe I'm doing a documentary on the Rutles.
No, I'm doing a documentary on the Rutles.
Come on, get your own idea, will you?
This is my idea.
Well, get your own crew, then.
This is my crew.
So what about the Rutles that made them so...
What was it about the Rutles that made them so...
Was it their trousers, or was it the women?
What was it about the Rutles that...
Maybe it was the way that...
Hey, you know, what was it about the Rutles that made them so successful?
Maybe it was their trousers, or maybe it was the cold weather. Perhaps we'll never know. Maybe if... Let me get some money out first.
What was it about the Rutles that made them so successful? Honestly. The Rutles were typical northern husbands. A woman's place is in the wrong. She must be a whore in the kitchen, a cook in the bedroom, and a wife in the shower. Dirk was the cheese, Nasty was the onions, Barry was the pickle, and Stig was the bread, or perhaps he was the mayo. It doesn't even matter what it was, because why did the perfect sandwich begin to fall apart? Had the Rutles bubble burst? Not quite. Had the Rutles bubble burst? Not quite. Why don't we do it in the middle of the road? Well, partly because it's uncomfortable. You'll hurt your knees and she'll get her bottom scraped, and then again it's cold and it's very difficult to maintain an erection out in public, or actually anywhere really. But that's not the point. The point is really that there's just too much traffic. There's no room to do it in the middle of the road. That's all. In fact, it's very dangerous if you even began to try to do it in the middle of the road because of the traffic. Obviously, you wouldn't have time. Even if you did it very quickly in the middle of the road, you would still only have a few minutes to do it in the middle of the road. And here is the road in the middle of which you could do it, but you'd have to be very quick. Why don't we do it in the middle of the road? Excuse me, why don't we do it in the middle of the road?
I don't know what to answer to that.
Have you ever done it in the middle of the road? Please, we're from England. We're making a documentary.
I refuse to answer on the grounds that it may incriminate me. We Americans know our rights.
Okay, so I guess that's yes then. Thank you very much. San Francisco, everybody's favorite city by the Gay Bay. And it was here, San Francisco, where I left my heart. And it was here, in San Francisco, during the summer of lunch, that a young Jan Wenner founded a magazine called Rolling Stone. We flew to San Francisco to talk to Jan, but alas, he's now in New York. Still, it's very pretty, isn't it? Lovely. I'm sure we can write that off somehow. Thanks. And it was here in San Francisco in 1966 that the Rutles performed in public for the last time. Over there in Candlestick Park. Well, actually, you can't see it from here, but it's actually right over there. Perhaps we should go closer. Over here, down here, in the district known as the Haight, is where all the hippies preached love. And over here is the big question the hippies asked themselves. Why isn't the Golden Gate Bridge golden? Stick came to meet as they hung out here, right here, this very, very spot. It's very exciting. The Rutles music will be remembered long after Mozart's paintings or Beethoven's after-dinner speeches have been forgotten. But what was it that drove the Rutles apart?
Was it the women, or was it their trousers? Was it their sense of humor? Was it the Cold War? We shall never know.
Wait, would you mind? What are you doing? What do you think
Well,
you're
I'm
doing?
still doing the documentary. Now get your crew, now get out of
For
here.
heaven's sake, leave me alone. This is my microphone.
This is
my
mine.
microphone.
You're doing it wrong.
Go away, you wretched little man. For heaven's sake. What was it that drove the Rutles apart?
Maybe it was their trousers, or was it perhaps the cold weather that made them... Get off! You're doing it!
Absolute bastard.
Stop it!
Bleeding Yankee bastard.
Don't break my glasses!
Go away. Go away. This is outrageous.
What
was it that drove the Rutles apart?
Did you get that? Yeah, I'm suing you.